Well, I hope you've had a great CMK day, and I'm sure you've seen this MPH squared logo around, and you're kind of wondering, well, what's it stand for? Well, I'm going to close this off tonight with MPH squared and what it is. So I remember my 8th grade gym class. My 8th grade gym class, it was co-ed, right? And I love badminton and ping pong. In fact, I love it so much, our new office in Broad Albin, do you know what's going to be right in the middle of the office when you walk in? A ping pong table, that's right. We're going to have a ping pong table in our new office, make it very young and modern and hip. So I love badminton and ping pong, and I'm also a little bit competitive, right? So 8th grade gym class, we're in badminton and ping pong, and I'm like, all right, here we go, we're going to win. Well, my partner, he wasn't trying, and we start losing, so I'm really upset. So we're losing, and it's even worse than that. We're losing to a team of girls. Yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen to an 8th grade competitive boy in gym class during badminton? Is to lose to a team of girls. And I remember I lose it. And these girls also, you know what it was? I remember it was Meg Barnett and Katie, what's Colleen and Katie? Kelleher. It was Katie Kelleher and Meg Barnett. I remember it. And they were not like amazing athletes. They were athletic, but they weren't amazing. And I remember losing to them. And I was so mad at my partner, who was a guy, because he wasn't trying. And I lost it. And I went to Mr. Goodmote, and I'm like, that's it. I'm not playing. I need a new partner. And I actually don't remember what happened. But I remember being really upset because I wanted to succeed. I wanted to succeed. I wanted to win. So what is success? That's a word that we throw around all the time. We want to succeed at life. Well, what is success? If you look up the definition, it actually says this. It says to accomplish an aim or purpose. And I started off without mentioning this. I have a follow-along sheet for you right in your folders. Sorry, I noticed no one was writing down. Why is no one writing down? Because I forgot to tell you. So I've got a follow-along sheet for you to go along with this presentation. There's some fill in the blanks and whatnot. So what is success? Well, the definition is to accomplish an aim or purpose. If you set out that you want to do something and you accomplish that, then you have succeeded. To accomplish an aim or purpose. So I have a question for you. And the question is this. Do you want success in what you do? Some of you do. Do you want success in what you do? All right. I would probably guess that 99.9% of the world would say yes, right? Maybe there's one person who's struggling with depression or something that doesn't want to succeed, but most people want to succeed, right? I believe that we all want to succeed. So the next thing is, do we all achieve it? Do we all succeed? The obvious answer is no, we don't. So when we look at that, it's kind of like, all right, we all want to succeed, but we all don't. So then the next question is, why not? Why do some of us succeed, and why do some of us not succeed? Well, there's a phrase or a quote from Aristotle from the 4th century that says this: choice, not chance, determines your destiny. So I would argue that success is a choice. It's a choice that we make. It's a choice that we make whether or not we want to succeed. And I'm here tonight to tell you that I believe there is a strategy to have success. And that strategy is MPH squared. Here's what it stands for. It stands for the mindset, the plan, and the habit and the hard work. And I kind of went back and forth. Well, is it habit? Is it hard work? So I said, screw it. I'm going to put both of them in there, and I'll put a little squared sign. So MPH squared. It's a mindset, it's a plan, and then it's a habit of hard work. And I'm going to share with you what those mean. So number one, our mindset. Henry Ford, the man who changed the world, invented the industrial line, mass production, really just dynamically changed everything that we believe in. He said this. He said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Whether you think you can or you can, you're right. And that was in, 1910, 1915, somewhere around there. But the truth is that he didn't make that up. He didn't make that up. You go back about 3,000 years to this guy called King Solomon, the wisest man to ever live. In the book of Proverbs, he says this. He goes, as a man thinks, so he is. As a man thinks, so he is. See, the mindset is something that we already know is a really important thing that helps us in whether or not we're going to be successful. See, a negative mindset in philosophy, it limits our chance of success. A negative mindset in philosophy limits your chance of success. And we all accept this, right? I mean, this is a well-known fact. Morale is a big thing. Sports, locker room speeches, in war, morale is something that can make a bad team win, or bad morale can make a good team lose. Morale is something that's very important. We accept this. I don't have to spend a lot of time and convince you that this is true. We know that a mindset is a really important thing. So then, why do we tell ourselves that we can't? Why do we tell ourselves that we can't do things? Well, number one, we don't want to disappoint ourselves. If I tell myself I can't do something and then I don't do it, I was right. Did you see what just happened? I can't do that. I tell myself I can't do it, and then I don't do it, and I get to tell myself I was right. Well, that's an easy thing to do. See, if I tell myself I can do something, and then I fail at it, well, then I disappointed myself. I don't want to disappoint myself, so let me just tell myself that I can't. We don't want to disappoint ourselves. That's number one. Number two, we don't want to accept the responsibility for our actions. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I can reach this goal, and then we don't reach the goal. And maybe the reason we didn't reach the goal is because our actions didn't back up our positive mindset. Our actions didn't go along with what we had to do. And we don't want to take responsibility for that. We'd rather blame something external than blame ourselves. Number one, we don't want to disappoint ourselves. Number two, we don't want to accept responsibility. And number three, it's just easier to say we can't. There's no work involved to say, you know what, I can't do that. Because if you say you can't do something, that's just like the end of the story right there. It's over. I mean, Mike, powerful message about what Mike does in Schenectady. At any point, he could have just said, yeah, we can't do it. I guess that's it. And Mike probably wouldn't have been here tonight because there wouldn't be this great success that he has there. It's easier to say that we can't. And positive is something that we have to decide to do. We have to decide to be positive. It's not something that happens naturally. Naturally, it's easier to be negative. That's just usually the go-to way. We have to decide to be positive. I want to be clear, though, that a positive mindset does not guarantee success. It does not guarantee success. But I believe it is needed for continual success. Because you can rely on luck. You can rely on luck, and every once in a while, you'll get some success. Every once in a while, something will go your way. But if you rely on luck, then you are relying on luck. You can't keep that continual success. A positive mindset is something that we need for continual success. So how do we get a positive mindset? We know we need it. All right? I don't think I've had to convince you that. How do we get a powerful mindset? Well, I believe there's two ways we get it. Number one is this. You ready? I did it once. I can do it again. Who here remembers the first house they ever sold? First closing. All right? I actually don't remember the first house. All right? But I remember one house in particular. It was Dartmouth Street. My client was Walt Scram. All right? And I remember it because I didn't think I could sell a house outside of Fulton County. And it's on Dartmouth Street, right off Whitehall Road, right by the Jewish Community Center, in between that and Albany Academy. And I remember saying, I don't know if I can sell a house in Albany. I mean, I'm from Northville. You know, I mean, Albany? Come on. I mean, that's the hood, you know? And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. Well, I sold it. Once I sold that house one time, I said, holy smokes, if I can do that in Albany, I can do it in Schenectady or Clifton Park or Saratoga Springs or Queensbury, right? Or Keysville. I sold a house in Keysville, 2 hours away. I did it once, I can do it again. Once we do something once, that's really powerful because then we know we can do it again. In fact, once you sell a house once, you say to yourself, you know, I want to do that like 20 more times because I liked that I got paid to do it. I did it once, I can do it again. But I think there's even another more powerful mindset. Even more powerful than I did it once, I can do it again. It's this. You ready? If they can do it, I can do it. And here's what I mean by that. You look around at a lot of other people in real estate, and you look at them and you go, dude, they're really not that smart. You know, that realtor is really not that smart. In fact, I think I'm a better realtor than they are. I think I understand the market more. I think I'm more on top of my game, and yet they're really successful. Well, if they can be successful at this business, then so can I. Well, I'm here to tell you that every single one of you, if any one of us can be successful, so can every other person in this room. I love what Brian Buffini says, that this business is the fairest business there can be. Doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your ethnicity. It is the fairest business you can ever have. If they can do it, I can do it. Those are powerful mindsets. So there's a story of Sir Roger Bannister. Does anybody know who Sir Roger Bannister is? 4 Minute Mile. Someone else said it over there too. Okay. So Sir Roger Bannister was the first person to run the 4-minute mile. Before he ran it, doctors were saying that it could not be done. They said, if you run a 4-minute mile, your heart will explode out of your chest. They literally believe that. They literally believe that the lungs could not have the capacity to do it. So everyone had this mindset that it couldn't be done. And they were getting 4:01, 4:02, 4:03. Well, he ran the 4-minute mile, and the record lasted for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And then one guy said, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. So the record went from 3:59 to 3:57. As of June 6, 2015, there are 446 American men who have run a 4-minute mile. And this isn't only 70 years. This is in the 1930s that he did it. This isn't that long in history. There are over 1,000 in the world, and there's over 8 high schoolers in the U.S. that have run a 4-minute mile. 8 high schoolers have run a 4-minute mile. Side note, I had dinner with a friend and her husband, and he's running a 4:19 mile as a personal record. He's in Albany right now. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. Now, ladies, Darcy had to leave earlier. Darcy and Chuck and I, we all ran in a half marathon on Sunday. I didn't even know Chuck was going to be running in it. And I'm at the finish line, and I see Chuck flying down. Chuck, what's going on? He did a great job. Well, ladies, there's still hope for you. The record for women is only 4:12. So if you want to run a 4-minute mile, women, you can be the first woman to do it. Now, for the men, the record's now a 3:43. Some guy from Moldova in 1997.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good mindset, Joanna. I like it. But that is a great story about when someone breaks that record, suddenly it becomes achievable. Well, I want to share with you about a goal that I had. I had a personal goal to run a 5K in under 20 minutes. Now, I thought to myself, I can do it because the world record's 12:37, all right? So a 20-minute 5K is not insane. And I was running it in about 22 to 23 minutes. Well, after 2 years of trying to achieve this goal, I finally did. In Boston Spa, I ran it in 1926. And then at the CM 5K, I ran it in 1951. Now, you might wonder, throw them up, Amanda. You might wonder why the CM 5K one was slower. Because the CM 5K one was actually like 4 weeks later. Well, if you want to get a good time running a 5K, go to the Boston Spa 5K. You want to know why? It's downhill. You start up at the fairgrounds, you do a little loop, and then you go down, and you end at the Brookside Museum, and the last quarter mile is this hill, and you get running. You can't stop. I mean, literally, if you stop, you're in trouble. So that last quarter mile was pretty awesome. Well, I set that goal, and I accomplished it. It took quite a while. But the point is this. You have to keep your positive mindset by setting a realistic goal. If I set a goal to run a 14-minute 5K, is that going to happen? No, it's not. I'm not going to run a 14-minute 5K. I'm not going to run a 4-minute mile. I'm not even going to run a 5-minute mile. Set a realistic goal. That's one of the ways we can keep a positive mindset. If you have a positive mindset and you want to keep it, don't set your goals outside of your reach. If you want to go from 0 to 20 deals a year, that's going to be tough. If you sold no houses last year and you say, I'm going to sell 20 this year, that's a big one. But if you sold 10 last year and you want to go to 20, do you think that's possible? Is that a realistic goal? I think it is. I think it is. Your goals must be reachable, but not too easy. And you know, we do this with the Summer Challenge. Every year we've done the Summer Challenge. It's our 4th year, I think, 3rd or 4th year. But every year we reach the goal. Every year we reach the goal, our Summer Challenge. Last year the goal was 20 million. We got 24.8 million. So this year I said, okay, the goal is going to be 25 million. Guess what? We got 30 million. Right? Every year we have moved that goal. Now that I've run a under 20-minute 5K, guess what my new goal is? Under 19. That's right. All right, I can do an under 20. I'm going for under 19. Now, if I went for an under 19 2-3 years ago, that would have been a goal I couldn't reach. So if I told you 3 years ago that we had to sell $25 million in the summer, you ought to have looked at me and said, Christian, the company sold $22 million for the whole year. I'm pretty sure 25 in one summer is not reachable, okay? Set a realistic goal. How do we stay positive? How do we stay positive? The positive mindset is important. So how do we stay positive? So here's what I want to share with you. Here's how we stay positive. Number one, we read. One of my main things that I'm focused on this year is reading. I've read 13 books this year. It is the most books I have read in my entire life, all right? And it is, sometimes the books are boring. I just want to get through this one. And other times I get done with this book and I'm like, I'm going to read it again. Now, number two goes along the line. It's listen. Now, I have to admit, I impressed you when I said I read 13 books. I would be lying if I didn't tell you 11 of them were audiobooks. All right, so 2 were paperback. All right, 11 were audio. What, Robert? What's so funny about that, man? Come on. Oh, thank you. I drive a lot, and so I get to listen to my books. And the truth is, I've probably listened to some of these books 3-4 times. I spend a lot of time in the car. It just makes sense. So the 2 of them kind of go together for me. But that's how I stay positive. Even today, getting ready for tonight, I need something positive. I'm going to put something in the radio. I don't want to listen to the news. The news just depresses me. All right? If I want to get depressed, then I turn on the news. If I want to be positive, I'm going to control what's going in. Number 3, attend conferences. Attend conferences. Every year I come back from the conferences we go to, and I am recharged, I'm regenerated, I'm reinvigorated, I've just got new challenges, I've got new ideas. Every time I go to a conference, I'm so glad that I do. Number 4, surround yourself with positive people. Probably one of the most important ones right there. Surround yourself with positive people. So one of my favorite authors and speakers right now is Jim Rohn. You know who taught me, you know who showed me who Jim Rohn was? Jamie Sittner. That's right. Jamie Sittner goes, I got this great CD. It's called The Art of Exceptional Living. You should borrow it. Well, after about 2 months, I'm like, I don't want to give it back. I didn't want to give it. What? Adam, do you have a copy of that?
You bought it for me. It's mine.
I thought that might be Jamie's. I owe you a book. I think you have one of mine, though, right now, too. All right. Okay. All right. I owe you a book. Surrounding yourself with positive people, it's this effect that it has that makes you positive. So there's this acronym called a SNIOP. SNIOP. You ready? SNIOP. Here's what it stands for. Do not be susceptible to the negative influence of other people. If you hang out with negative people, you will become negative. There are people who are going to tell you that you can't do things. I do not want to be susceptible to the negative influence of other people. I don't. You know, in CMK, I've had people say, I can't do that. You know, you can't grow a company. You can't open multiple offices. You can't grow that quick. You can't think outside the box. Here's the way it's done. There are people negatively who've said it can't be done. I've had that in my Senate run. I've had a lot of people say, Christian, what are you doing? Your business is going to fail. Your marriage is going to fail. Here's all the bad things that are going to happen because you're running for Senate. Negative influence. I had some people say, 5K in 120 minutes, Christian, man, you're really overweight. You're not going to get that. That was actually good motivation. All right, it was good motivation. I said, I'm going to prove them wrong. And sometimes a little negativity is okay, but don't be susceptible to their negative influence. Winston Churchill said this. He said that attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. See, your mindset, it's your foundation. If you start with a negative mindset in life, you're done. If you start with a negative mindset in real estate, you're done before you have even started. However, I would tell you this, that the mindset is not enough. You can't just, and I'm sure you've seen people like this that get all, they're all on cloud 9 all the time, and yet they never accomplish anything because all they have is a mindset. They don't ever have a plan. You must have a plan. How are you going to attain this goal? That's the first thing you have to ask yourself. So you set a goal and you're positive about it. You know you can do it. I did it once. I can do it again. If they can do it, I can do it. Now you have to ask yourself, how am I going to obtain this goal? What is the plan? What is the plan? I had to come up with a plan for running a 5K. So what was my plan? Was my plan soda and candy bars? Does that sound like a good plan? If I told you I've got a plan to run a 5K in under 20 minutes and my plan is every day to drink a 2-liter of soda and eat a lot of candy bars, what do you think? Do you think that's a good plan? Okay, we all laugh at that. We know it's not. So I had to come up with a plan to run a sub 20-minute 5K. Here's what it was. I'm going to run 500 miles in a year. In fact, to give myself motivation, I have my, where did I put it now? I don't even know where it went. Oh, here it is, right here. Sorry. So to give myself motivation, sitting on my desk, if you ever come to Northville, is these cards, and you'll see them, and you'll be like, what is that? That is every day how many miles I ran, because I know I need to run 1.46 miles per day, 9.25 miles per week, or 66 miles per month, or whatever the math comes out to be. I said to myself, I'm going to run 500 miles in a year. That's part of my plan. That's going to help me reach my goal. I'm going to stop drinking soda. Now, I might have one every once in a while, but I'm going to stop drinking soda. I'm going to sign up for a lot of 5K races. Those races help motivate you. You learn more about how to get a better time on race day. I'm going to eat healthy. Dead serious. You know what the number one thing I order at Klippel's now is? What is it?
Salad.
Salad. If I told you 2 years ago that I'd order salad, you would have been, who are you, right? I would never order salad. It was buffalo chicken quesadilla. I mean, I still want that every now and then. But I eat a salad. I was at Panera the other night, and I had a chicken Cobb salad. I mean, I felt like a girl. I mean, like, what guy orders a chicken Cobb salad? My wife's having, like, soup and dipping the bread, and I'm just like, I just want to eat it. But I had the half marathon the next day, so I couldn't do it. I was going to do smart running. I actually went and Googled how to run an under 20-minute 5K. I Googled it, and they said, here's how to train for it. You can do smart running, do sprints. And actually, Rob helped me with this. We were down at the BP track at 6 in the morning doing sprints around the track. And sometimes the plan has to be adjusted. Just remember that. Sometimes your plan has to be adjusted. I didn't reach the goal my first time. So you want to list 20 houses a year. You want to list 20 houses a year. So the question becomes how? How are you going to list 20 houses a year? Or whatever the goal is. Maybe your goal is to list 5. Maybe your goal is to list 50. I don't care what your goal is. Plug in the number for you. You want to list 20 houses a year. You want to sell 20 houses a year. You want to have 10 buyers. How are you going to do it? Well, I'm going to tell you that that's easy. I've got the plan. I've got the plan for real estate success. And the plan is Buffini. All right? Now, how do I know that the Buffini plan works? You ready? Because I've done it for 3 years and it works. I've seen Rob and Christine do it. I've seen a lot of you implement this plan and it works. And it's so simple. It's so simple. I bought and shared that book with you 2-3 years ago. And every year I implement more and more of this. It just gets easier. So number one, what is the Buffini plan? Well, we all know it's a COI database. This business is referral based. If you don't have a database, you don't have a business. And I put newsletters after that because that's why you have a database. You don't just have a database to let it sit over there and never do anything with it. Once you build your database, and what is your database? It's a list of contacts. It's your friends, your family, your clients, people you know that when they think real estate, they think you. When they think realtor, when they think I want to buy or sell, they think you. That's what your database is. I started my database with like 70 people. I've now got like 500 and something. And I send newsletters at all four seasons, right? Newsletters. Number two, e-newsletters. One thing Amanda didn't talk about is we send an e-newsletter every 2 weeks. How many people get our e-newsletter? All right. We send how many now? 2,000 emails? Yeah. And we get like a 20% open rate, which is way above industry standards. All right, way above. And that's got all the new listings. All your listings go on that. That newsletter is company-based, not personally based. Get your email addresses to Amanda. Get them on the e-newsletter. That's easy. Number three, social media. We were just talking about it. We're doing all that for you. The e-newsletters and the social media, like you don't even really need to do anything. You just kind of have to get involved with it a little bit. Number four, training. Now you're here, so I'm preaching to the choir. But tonight's not going to be enough training. You're not going to be able to walk away from tonight and say, I know everything I need to know. Because I don't know everything I need to know. I need to continue to go to training. We all do. Caravans and office time. Trust me, caravans and office time are both things that many times you're like, well, why am I doing this? I'd be so much better off doing that. Those are things that are part of the plan. They're part of the plan. Now, peak producers, Bryn got up here and talked about peak producers, and this was in your kit. Maybe some of you have already signed up for it. I took this class last year, and I was so impressed with this class that I wanted to encourage others of you to take it. So raise your hand if you've taken peak producers. Liz, Jamie, the Taylors, Christine, Adam, Bryn, a number of us have taken it. And I kind of got their feedback. I said, what do you think? Do you think it's helped your business? 100% of them have said it was amazing. 100%. So I got thinking about this and I go, how do I get more of us to do that? So that's why tonight I made a bonus. So you all got your credits for the summer challenge. Some of you got 500, some of you got 0, some of you got 1, 200, 300, 400, whatever it was. I added in an extra 250. So if you had a $500 bonus, now you have $750, okay? But $250 has to be spent on you becoming a member and taking peak producers. So I did the math. If every agent in the company does this, it'll cost me somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000, all right? Now, I don't want to just throw $12,000 to $15,000 out the window. I'm doing it because I know it works. I'm doing it because I know it'll help you reach your goals, and your goals and my goals are the same thing, kind of what Mike was talking about, all right? We have the same goals here. And so if there's nothing that happens from tonight other than you signing up for Peak Producers, this is the best thing that you can do. And I'm going to be taking it again for the second time, and I still have to pay $300 to take it for the second time. It's a $400 program, but it's $300 if you're a certain level of member. There's different things you can do. I got a special deal through my representative, Buffini, and I said, okay, if I get a bunch of people to sign up, can I get a cheaper price? Yada, yada. And the answer was yes. So basically, that's how I was able to throw in an extra $250, is I'm getting a little bit of a bonus back, okay? It helps me absorb the cost. But you got to sign up really by the end of this week. So today's Tuesday, you got till Friday, all right? So we're going to take your information down and get you signed up. And if you want to come talk to me after about it, talk to me after. Call me up tomorrow. But Peak Producers is part of the plan. Also, the plan is conferences. You're going to hear me coming up soon about Triple Play. Triple Play, I think October 15th is the cutoff for the tickets. We're going to be going in December. Every year, I question whether or not to go. Now, maybe this was a sign from God, but today, guess what I got in the mail? Oh, who else got this in the mail today? Oh, it was a sign, wasn't it? That we all got this the same day that we have CMK Day. And I'm opening this up, and who here has heard Stefan, I can't even open the thing up. Stefan Swanepoel, has anyone ever heard him? He is an awesome speaker. And I saw his thing, it says, Real Estate Trends, Wednesday, 9:30 to 11. I'm thinking to myself, okay, do you think it would be good for me to know the trends of the industry that pays my mortgage, is going to put my kids through college and put food on the table? Yeah, I think it is. So for a minute, I'm like, if a lot of agents don't sign up, maybe I won't go. And I got thinking about it. I said, I'm going by myself. If no one else goes, I'm going. And I've been 4 years in a row, 3 years in a row. I don't know. I'm going. Now, I understand Triple Play. It's in Atlantic City. It's a little harder to get to. So if you want, you can spend more money and go to Inman in Manhattan. Now, I spent $2,000 to go to Inman in Manhattan. But I came back from Inman with two things that I'd been searching for our company. Our app and the 3D tour. Two things that have undoubtedly returned way more than $2,000 of value to our company. That's Inman. Realtor Day. Now, Realtor Day is Friday. So if there's any conference that you don't have an excuse to not go to, it's Realtor Day, because it's in Saratoga Springs. It's $60, and Chris Smith is a speaker here. Who here has heard Chris Smith? That's it. I mean, he's at Realtor. He's at Triple Play in Inman almost every year. Great speaker. He's going to be at Realtor Day this Saturday and Friday in Saratoga. How many people are signed up for Realtor Day already? Okay, so we got about 10 of us. Okay, what was that? I think there was a $15 off if you signed up by a certain date. I don't know when that was, but
they extended it to the 23rd, I believe.
They extended it to the 23rd, which is tomorrow. All right, so sign up for tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of us there. And then, of course, the best conference for you to go to ever is what? Well, CMK Day. That's right. I mean, come on, right? This is the best conference because you don't pay for it and you get free stuff, right? Now, I want to share one other thing about my plan. My plan is also to have a coach. And I resisted this for a long time. Now, Christine is now in coaching, right? And it's expensive. Like, I'm paying like $500 a month for a coach. And I'm thinking, this is nuts. I'm just going to try it for 4 months, and then I'll be done with it. I'll never do it again. And here's what made me do it. What did Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, and every other professional athlete have in common? They all have coaches. Well, if I want to look at myself as a professional, I want to be the best that I can be, I need a coach. I need a coach. And everything that we're doing in this company, when I take a coach, it's not for me necessarily. It's how do I make myself better for you? How do I make myself a better CEO? How do I make myself a better broker? How do I make myself a better husband, a better father? I mean, it's stuff that I benefit from, not even in business. I benefit from it on a personal standpoint. I couldn't live without my coach now. I could not live without my coach. Now, with all that said, there's one very, very important part of the plan. We can have all these other parts of the plan and follow them to the T, but if we don't do one thing, we're going to lose. And these are the most important. This is why these ones you're writing down. You ready? It's our customer experience. See, if our customers do not, kind of what Jim Parvis was talking about, if our customers don't have a good experience with us, that's it. We're done. Our business is based on referral. So customer service, the most important thing is customer service. And here's a couple pointers on that. Number 2, return calls. I know that sounds so simple, but how many times have you left message for people and you don't get a return call? Or it takes 3 days to get a return call. I'll tell you what I do now. I get a return call, or I get a voicemail on my phone, and I look at it, and I can't really talk to the person. I'll send them a text back. Hey, got your message. I'll be in touch in a few hours. Okay, thanks, Christian. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes. Give people a text back. Return those calls. Number 3, follow up. You know, when someone says, I'll let you know when I'm ready to list, you know what that means? They're not going to let you know. Some other realtor will be on them and you won't get the listing. So when someone else says, I'll let you know, I said, oh, okay, thanks. Next week, I'm calling them. I'll let you know when I see a property. No, you're probably not going to let me know. So I'm going to put you on auto email. Follow up. Be proactive. Number 4, be proactive. That is probably one of the most important things in our business. Our business moved away from a reactive model 10 or 20 years ago. It is a proactive model. We can't wait for the phone to ring. We have to go out there. And that's what the Buffini plan is all about. Number 5, be likable. One of the best books I read, and this one was one of the 2 paperbacks I read this year, was The Likability Factor, about how to be more likable, how to get people to engage with you more. And it's all built around this premise. Who's the most likable person in the world? Yourself. That's right. We all like ourselves better than anyone else in the world. So when you want to get someone else to like you, what do you try to be like? Be like them, because they like themselves a lot. So if you can try to be like them, they're going to like you too. It's true though, isn't it, Michelle? Right? So when I'm going into someone's house and, and I see something in their garage that I've got in common with them, I'm going to talk about that, right? Be likable. Number 6, 7 habits. Now, we've all probably read the book or seen it, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Just change the word as people to realtor. 7 habits of highly effective realtors. I have them written all right in my notes every morning for me to read. And I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to make you read the book. Go get the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, we can have a good mindset. We can have a good plan. You can feel good about what you're doing, and you can make a plan. And quite honestly, those 2 things are pretty easy. You could leave here right now, and you could say, yeah, I got a positive mindset, and I've got a plan, right? Those are easy. You're done. You've already got 2 of those things right now. But if we stop at MP, we fail. Because the habit and the hard work are where most people drop out. Number 1, number 2, those are easy. Number 3 is where most people drop out. That's where most people just don't do it. And the reason is because there's no secret formula for the habit of hard work. People have tried to figure it out. They try to sell it to you with 3 easy payments of $49.99, right? People will come out and say, well, here's a way that you can be really successful and not work hard, right? People try to do that. It doesn't work. Like Nike says, you just got to do it, right? The habit and the hard work, it's just doing it. It's just showing up and doing it. And when you do it, you can't just do it once. You can't just go to the office one day and work hard and say, well, it's 5 o'clock, I worked hard, and I don't see any results. That'd be like me going out for 1 run and then saying, well, I didn't run the 5K in under 20 minutes. I guess I'm done. Well, that's crazy. You got to do it over and over and over and over again. And I remember there was a point after about 3 or 4 years into this business, I had been doing it over and over and over and over and over again for 3 years. And I was kind of like, man, when's it ever going to give? And just when you think you're not going to get it, it comes. And I think a lot of you have had that experience in real estate. You're working hard, you're working hard, you're working hard, you're working hard, and deals aren't coming together. And all of a sudden, bam, it happens. But when you have the habit and the hard work, it gets there. See, success is this. Success, the formula for success is a few simple habits and disciplines practiced every day. I read that quote every morning because that quote every morning reminds me that my success relies upon that. I have to have a few simple habits and disciplines practiced every day. This morning, I did not want to run. My legs were still so sore from Sunday, right? Chuck, you feeling the same way? Darcy told me today, Darcy goes, not going to lie, my legs are sore. And I'm doing a 20-mile run on Saturday, so I'm like, man, I got to really, keep my legs going. This morning, I didn't want to run. But I know I need a few simple habits and disciplines practiced every day. So what are some ways that we can have the habit of hard work? What are some principles? Well, here's the principles for the habit of hard work. Here's things that you can do which will help you succeed in having the habit of hard work. Number 1 is routines. I'm a routine person. I think we're all a routine person. What just happened 2 weeks ago that just made everyone happy? What happened? We all went back to school, right? And even if you don't have kids, why is September awesome? Because everything's back in a routine. Right? The traffic's back in a routine. The school zone, okay, I got to go slow again. Everything's back in a routine, right? I've got kids now, so it's even more that way, but we love routines. Number 2, we got to have a schedule. Now, for me, if I didn't have my schedule in the cloud, I would be lost. But I don't care, Joanna, that you have it on your paper. I don't care if you have it on Post-it notes. Whatever works for you, but you got to have a schedule. Now, I send you Thursday emails every Thursday. If I did not have that in my schedule, it would not happen. But every Thursday morning at 5 a.m., a little reminder gets emailed to me, and it says, bloop, send CMK weekly email. When I do your CMK takeaways, I wouldn't remember to do them except I schedule them out for the entire year. So in the first week of September, one comes up and it says, bloop, plan to shoot the CMK video in 1 week. Oh, yep, I got to write a script. Let me schedule it in. You know, I had reminders for everything. CMK day. Oh, bloop, I got to have this ready for put it in your schedule. Put it in your schedule. Number 3, written goals. This is one thing that I didn't have for the longest time, and you hear people say it over and over and over again. Here are my written goals. How many people here have written goals? All right, a lot of you. How many of them do you read them every day? Or do you write your written goals on January 1st, you put them in a time capsule, and you open them on December 31st, it's like playing the lottery. It's like, let's see what goals I reached this year, because I forgot what they were, right? If you wrote your goals January 1 and opened them up on December 31, you would have no clue what your goals were because you forgot them on January 10th. Right? Well, that's what we do. We write goals and we forget about them. No, you got to remind yourself. Write those goals. Take them with you. Number 4 is accountability. Number 4 is accountability. We can't just set our goals. We can't just get our routines and then not be held accountable. When I know that Rob's going to be over my house at 6 in the morning to go running, guess what? I'm going to get outside and go there at 6 in the morning. When I signed up for that half marathon, I paid the $75. That was accountable because I'm not losing money. And if I paid $75, I'm running. I don't care if it's cold. I don't care if it's raining. I'm running. That's accountability. Whatever you need to do to get accountability, do it. One of the last things is isolation. No isolation. I think this is probably one of the biggest challenges in our industry right now is isolation. Technology, these things have allowed us to be more mobile. They've allowed us to work from home. They've allowed us to be more flexible. And that's great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. You know that I love that. But Buffini makes this joke all the time. What's the second worst thing to the death penalty? Solitary confinement, right? His joke is, if you're really bad, we're going to make you deal with yourself forever. So isolation is not something that's good. It really brings us down. I come back from Caravan every week, and I'm just like, this is awesome. So how do we not have isolation? Go to the office, all right? Even if you don't have office time, just go to the office, work for an hour or two. And I'm not saying to do it every day, but get to the office, interact. Hopefully you're going to leave here and say, oh man, it was great to see all the other agents. Go to the office. Go to Caravan and go to meetings. Go to Caravan and go to meetings. Every time I leave Caravan, every time I have a team meeting, you guys give me energy. You guys inspire me. You keep me working hard. Now in closing, here's the important thing. Motivation for the habit of hard work. And I let the next line says, my motivation is blank. Now, you can have this formula of the mindset, the plan, and the habit of hard work. But if you don't know what motivates you, if you don't know why you do what you do, this formula is irrelevant. Because you can have a positive mindset, you can have a great plan, and you can have a good habit and hard work, but if you don't know why you're doing something, you're really going to be limited to success. And I don't know what motivates you. One of the books I read this year was Start With Why by Simon Sinek. There's a TED Talk, 20 minutes on YouTube. Cheat and watch that. It's great. Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And I had to learn about myself. What is it that motivates me? Why was it that I was so mad at my partner in gym class? Why was it? Do you know? No, you know what it was? He wasn't giving it his all. It wasn't about winning. See, the other day, I was playing, I think I was at Rob's Beach actually, or no, I was at Gabe's party. I was one of my clients, he had a party at his house, and I lost in Pole's Horseshoes, and I was so ticked off that I lost. But here's the point. I lost by Cullen Enders throwing 2 amazing throws. And I said to myself, if I'm going to lose, that's how I want to lose, right? If I'm going to lose, I want to know I gave it everything I got. I was mad because my partner wasn't trying. That's what I learned about myself, that my why was this. My why, just like Jimmy Connors. Who knows Jimmy Connors? Anyone know who Jimmy Connors is? Tennis great, right? Well, here's what Jimmy Connors says. He says, I hate losing more than I love winning. That is me. That is 100% me. I hate losing more than I love to win. I mean, winning's great, don't get me wrong, but losing is even worse, right? And to me, losing is not giving it my all. So I've kind of done this weird thing in my mind that I can lose and still win. Because if I give it my all and lose, I'm still winning. So I never lose ever because I give it my all. But if I don't give my all, then I'm losing, right? So why? What motivates you? What motivates you? What is your why? I don't know that. I can't answer that for you. Go read that book. Maybe it'll help you. But I had to answer it for myself. And I want to share this with you. So my coach, one of the things he challenged me to do was to write a mission statement. He says, Christian, you need a mission statement for yourself so you can read it to remind yourself why you do what you do. I said, great. It was really hard to write a mission statement for yourself. It's very difficult. So after 2 weeks, going back and forth, a couple different drafts, bouncing off a couple people. Here's what I came up with. My mission statement, Christian Klug, personal mission statement. To pursue life with passion while seeking my full potential and having a positive impact on the world around me. To be content with where I am while having a desire to pursue even further. To pursue life with passion while seeking my full potential and having a positive impact on the world around me. To be content with where I am, but having a desire to pursue even further. The only thing I left out of that, I didn't put my faith in there at all, but I believe it's implied. Because I want to be the best person I can be. I want to be the best father. I want to be the best son. I want to be the best friend. I want to be the best boss. I want to be the best realtor. I want to seek my full potential in everything that I do. I'm going to show you a quick video that hopefully will help you question your why.
I want you to ponder these 4 questions. The first question to ponder when you go home is why? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to do it all? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can. Go to every class you possibly can. Touch everybody you possibly can. Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? The first question to ponder when you go home is why. Here's another good answer to why. It's the second question. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can rescue from oblivion? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you going to do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Now here's number 3. Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you? My very last question on the questions to ponder is why not now? There never was a better time. And what a time now for us to take this dream and not let it die. Take this dream and give it life. Take this dream and breathe into it your own personal spirit until finally it becomes a flame that burns around the whole world.
So as I thought about my own why, I thought about what is the why of CMK? Why do we do what we do? So I really took the same mission statement. I just changed it around for us. And I believe this is true. I believe that we do what we do because we're passionate about what we do. We love real estate, right? If we didn't love real estate, we would have quit this a long time ago because there are other ways to make money that probably are easier, but we love real estate. We're passionate about what we do, and we want to be the best at it, right? We have a desire to be the best realtors that we can be, and we want to have a positive impact on the world around us. There's nothing better than selling a house to someone and seeing them fall in love with it, right? There's nothing better than helping someone sell a house and move on from a point of life. Like, that is satisfaction. It's not just the paycheck. If it was just the paycheck, we would have quit, all right? That's what keeps us going. We are content with where we are, but we have a desire to pursue even further. And I believe that's true for all of us. That's true for us as a company. That is our company mission statement. I know it's pretty much my mission statement with the changed words, but I believe that to be true. Now, I started off tonight asking the question of, do you want success? All right, good. I'll make sure you didn't forget. And I know a lot of times we can come to conferences and you leave them, and a week later, you forget everything. And I keep all my notes from conferences, and once a month, I have in my calendar, review note from conferences. And I go back through and I read all my notes. So I've read all my notes from Triple Play and Inman, and then at the end of this year, I'll throw them away, or I'll put them in a folder, and I'll make new ones. Well, I don't want you to leave tonight and just kind of forget everything. So, do you want to succeed? So I got a little flow chart here to make it real easy for you, right? If you don't want to succeed, don't make a plan. You probably won't succeed. Okay, you might succeed every once in a while, but if you don't want to succeed, don't make a plan. But if you want to succeed, get the positive mindset, get the plan, and have the habit of hard work. And to help remind you of that, we've got some great swag over here. Now, one of them, I wanted you to have something that every day would remind you, right? So I figure, what are 2 things that we all use every day without doubt? Well, we definitely all use a mouse pad, right? I mean, there isn't a day that goes by I don't have a mouse pad. Now, these have been sitting in my office for a week, and they smell really bad, so I can't wait to get rid of them, all right? It's just like that brand new smell. It's like been filling up my office. But I've had one of these on my desk for the last 5 days, and I got to tell you, every morning I look at it, and I go, oh, yeah, I got to stay positive, got to stay positive. And what's the other thing that we use? We all need mugs, right? Now, we were ordering the mugs. We were looking at the price, and I'm like, well, the Contigos are really, really nice, but they're really, really expensive mugs, right? So does anyone know what a Contigo mug is? This is like the mug of mugs, all right? Seriously? Now Amanda used to work at Starbucks, right? So Amanda would say she is a coffee She's a coffee snob, okay? I mean, she'll accept that, right? And I am not a coffee snob, but I am a coffee cup snob, all right? So these are awesome mugs, and I want you guys to each grab one as you leave tonight. And here's the thing. Everyone that isn't here, they ain't getting one, all right? So you had to be here. But if they watch it on the video later on, then they'll know if they're watching the video, you can come get one of these from me. So, guys, thank you for coming tonight. I hope that tonight was challenging. I hope it was inspiring, and I hope that you'll be able to go from here better prepared to reach your goals in real estate every day. So thank you. I know we went a little over on time, so thanks for being patient.